Men don't change because you loved them harder. They don't change because you cried louder. They don't change because you forgave them one more time. Men change when they lose you. Not the threat of losing you, not a breakup you undo a week later, not an argument followed by another round of, let's try again. They change when you disappear without a warning, when you vanish like smoke, when the door closes and they finally realize you are not coming back. That's when a man's soul shifts. Not because he suddenly became a better person overnight, but because now he has no choice. And if you understood how deep that pain cuts, you would stop explaining yourself and start walking away. See, men don't evolve under comfort. They don't grow when everything feels familiar. They grow under loss. The loss of attention, the loss of affection, the loss of your energy. When a man fumbles a good woman, a woman who held him down, believed in him, stood beside him, when the whole world doubted him, and suddenly she is nowhere to be found, that's not just an inconvenience to him. That is a wound he will never forget. Because when you leave, you don't just take your body with you, you take your blessings. You take the warmth of your presence, the reassurance of your voice, the safe place you created for him when no one else cared. And at first, he might act like it doesn't matter. He might distract himself with work, friends, even other women. But deep down, the loss starts eating away at him, and slowly, reality sets in. You were not just another woman in his life. You were a life lesson. The kind of lesson that changes a man forever. The kind of lesson he carries into every relationship after you. The kind of lesson that keeps him up at night, replaying the moments where he could have done better but didn't. And it's not because you cursed him or wished him harm. It's because the universe has a way of teaching humility. Sometimes it sends a man, a spiritual angel, someone who could have changed his whole life. And when he fumbles her, that loss becomes the turning point. He'll think to himself, she really had my back, and I threw it away. And it's only after you've walked away that he starts to understand what you were worth. And the truth is, forgiving him over and over doesn't make him value you more. It makes him respect you less. You think you're showing him love, loyalty, and patience, but in his mind he's thinking, if she keeps forgiving me, then it can't be that bad. If it was really that bad, she would leave. Because that's what he would do. When men reach their limit, they don't issue warnings. They walk away. And when you give him endless chances, you're not teaching him the depth of your love. You're teaching him that there are no real consequences. The more access a man has to you, the easier it is for him to stop appreciating you. When you're always there, answering every call, picking up after every mistake, he forgets what life felt like before you. People rarely notice the water they're swimming in until they're gasping for air. And when you finally take your presence away, when your voice becomes a memory instead of a constant, that's when his mind starts playing the highlight reels, the way you laughed at his jokes, the way you believed in him when he didn't believe in himself, the way you stood beside him when no one else would. That's when the regret starts to sink in. Warning: a man rarely changes him. Explaining yourself rarely changes him. Walking away changes him. Because now there's no noise, no back and forth, no emotional cushion. Just silence. And in that silence, he's left with the one thing men hate facing the most: himself. No distractions, no excuses, just the truth echoing in his head. I lost her. And I did this to myself. Men don't change for comfort, they change for survival. And when your absence makes them realize they might never feel that kind of love again, that's when the real transformation begins. But here's what you have to remember. His change is not your responsibility. You are not his rehab center. You are not his mother. You are not the emotional crutch that props him up while he figures himself out. Your role is to live your life and protect your peace. If he wants to rise to meet you, he will. If he doesn't, he'll watch you walk away and live with that choice for the rest of his life. The moment you decide you're done, the moment you remove yourself without a speech, without a warning, That's the day you become the lesson he will never forget. So no, men don't change when you cry. They don't change when you complain. They don't change when you keep giving them another chance. Men change when you leave, when you close that door so quietly that he doesn't even realize it's locked until it's too late. And by the time he wakes up, you're already gone. And the man he becomes after that, he'll have you to thank and to regret for the rest of his life.